Josh and me, we have done a lot of theater in the past, and so that's not abnormal for that kind of a process.
I saw you and Dear in Heaven Hansen.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
So did I. Opening night. What's up?
Wow, look at you.
I was shooting Greatest Showman.
So tell me about meeting each other for the first time, because I imagine you need to have like a chemistry test, but then also like a tennis test. Is that right?
What?
Yeah,
We did a chemistry read.
we did
Yeah.
in this very hotel.
Really?
Full circle.
Well.
Look
That's
at that.
right.
Here we
That is true.
Are they allowed to know that?
I
Who worked on it? That's
completely
okay.
forgot that.
Yeah.
What I liked about Patrick initially, I mean, I love both the characters, and I actually read the script like a year or two before, because I met Justin in New York, because my American agent, I just moved to New York, and I was on the phone to my agent one day and I said, I've got no friends. And so he set me up on a friend date with me. And I guess to kind of like guise it under the idea of like, this is also work, Josh. He gave me a script to read, but really it was just, Josh, here's a friend to make. So we met on Night Street.
Just embarrassing. Josh had also just won an Emmy at that point, and we were at this coffee shop, and people kept coming up to congratulate him.
They're not real friends, just.
I always remember the first time I actually read it like a while before it was anywhere near being made. I just moved to New York and someone said, my agent said, do you want to meet up with this guy Justin? Have I told you this? Meet up with this guy called Justin and make a friend in New York. So I met Justin like 2 years before this all happened. And I just read his script and he was like, who do you like out of the guy characters? And I was like, I don't like either of them. And here I am.
But I would like to play Tasha.
I would like to play Tasha. I'm interested in Tasha.
No, I had seen The Crown. Okay. And upon reading it, I remember thinking to myself, I said, you know who would be great? And I was like, the guy from The Crown. and I became aware of his work, and it was Josh O'Connor. So, and here he is. So manifesting, you know.
Why do you think you were chosen for your role?
Churros. Yeah, churros. I actually don't know. One of the things that like baffled me. But both Z and Luca, independently of each other, their first thought when they
Before I even met
Patrick was me, which is alarming. But yeah.
For you, Zendaya, what did make you think of it?
I just thought he was brilliant actor. Like, and I don't know. I don't know if it's not that I didn't know him personally, so I couldn't be like, oh, this guy's an arrogant asshole. You know, he would be great. No, I had seen his work and I thought that he was so talented, and I wanted to work with him anyway. And so when it was presented, I was like, oh, wait a minute, the guy from The Crown. And then when I met with Luca, he was like, so I'm thinking Josh O'Connor. And I was like, no way.
I love that. That's nice. It is meant to be.
Amazing.
I have a very long story about all of this, actually.
Well,
Come on. Well,
give it to the people.
all right, fair enough. I'll try and be quick. During the pandemic, or right before the pandemic, Past Lives came across to me as like something to read and possibly put myself on tape for. I hate reading scripts. This one I read, I was like, wow, this is an amazing script. I agreed to put myself on tape for. Didn't get it. Pandemic happens. I'm alone, and I'm by myself, it's a random day, and I'm thinking about this woman who was about to make her directorial debut with this incredible script, and then the world shuts down. And so I actually wrote out to her agent, just being like, listen, and again, I told her, I was like, I don't read things. This was amazing. I really feel for you. I hope you're okay. I'm such a fan, and I hope you get the chance to actually make this movie, because it's incredible. Then cut to, we're doing Challengers, and I'm getting to know Justin, and we're in the hotel lobby, and we're getting to know each other. I'm like, so tell me about yourself. And he's like, oh, well, I'm married, and my wife, he was like texting, he was like, sorry, my wife, she just finished cutting her first movie. I was like, no way, that's incredible. What's the movie? And he starts telling me the story. No, and I'm like,
that is so cool.
I'm like, hang on. Did I tell you this story?
I did know this.
And so I'm like, hang on. I know this movie. Why do I know this movie? He's like, well, it's like, whoa. And so I had to tell him, you know, the whole story. And so it was kind of this like interesting thing of like paths.
Wow.
Very meta. Just like meant to kind of be and whatnot in some sort of capacity, yeah.
Amazing. Have you guys, how are you going to match that? Past
Honestly,
lives?
that's awesome. That's amazing.
It was one of those things, you know, and I truly do believe that like projects kind of find us more than we go after like a certain kind of a project. Like I would love to say I have full power and control over my career. I don't think I really do, is the truth of the matter. I always find that like projects kind of find me at like the perfect time. And it's like, okay, this is what we're signing up for and this is what we're doing. And in some sort of kind of weird roundabout way, that was all supposed to.
It seems like there's all these like little things, like the things with like you meeting Justin or you having this experience or like the connection with Greatest Showman and you doing Dear Evan Hansen and then I watched The Crown and I was like this guy and then Lucas said the same thing. Like I feel like, I don't know.
Some things are just meant to happen.
Some things are meant to happen.